Right then. So the left-hand one, again, was your before.
Yep.
Okay. Posture, a lot of knee flex, bending this way, very squat. Again, not a lot of space there for your hands as a result of that, okay? So from this position, your mobility was compromised quite a lot. Again, very hard to rotate when your knees are squatting down that much, and therefore you can't make a sort of complete backswing. So as you went back, got to about here somewhere, the hips now, because of that knee flex, are kind of stalling out. When the hips sort of stop, the body has to then stop, and then as a result of that now, things start lifting up as we start going back. So sort of the head's moving sort of up and to the right there a little bit. And now because you feel, oh, I'm further from the ball now, I better start getting back down to the golf ball, which causes that slight over-the-top movement. That over-the-top movement, as we said, causes that club to get a bit on the outside and a bit steep. Your path now is going to be in that direction. Now, one of two things happen. You either just release the club nicely, strike it really good, and the ball ends up over here. Or you go, I've been left a few times, and you get a weaker one back to target. Yeah. But usually at the cost of a good contact, it's a weak, floaty, not as good strike, okay? So we're going to try and help ourselves by getting into a better sequence at setup. So that was you before there. This one now on the right, again, the after, shall we say. Setting the club down first, then putting your hands on the golf club with your spine angle tilt, with what you can see there is fairly straight legs, okay? Haven't got to lock them backwards or like gymnastic style or ballet, but just having them sort of fairly straight. So you feel taller in your lower half, okay? And there's more of a tilt over the golf ball. It might well mean, as we say, they're narrowing the gap there between your feet and the golf ball. But you can develop that by just putting the club first and just sort of adjusting to the ball. Once you've then got that position and you feel comfortable, then we can set the feet. That there is where we want to be long term. At the moment, you're going to do what we're going to see in the camera now and just sort of squat down just a little bit, which is fine. Even then, looking at those two there now, there's a lot less knee flex on that right-hand one, okay? But for me, you're still near enough to the old one to feel comfortable, but far and away enough from that one there to move in the right direction. So eventually, long term, you will get in the leg position like this without the need to that squat. Like I say, from a sort of checkpoint point of view, if we sort of draw a line from your eye line there, you can see your laces. I'm pretty sure that a knee's going to get in the way there, yeah? And you can't see, no chance of seeing your shins, is there? No. So by seeing that now, you've got a bit of a, okay, can I see my laces? Yes, at the moment, your laces are probably what we're looking at. Long term, it's going to be such where your knees come back and you tip forward a bit more. And the more you tip forward, obviously, the further your head's going that way, the more vision you're going to have looking back in towards your lower half there. So it's going to make it easier for you to rotate. So there's still a little bit of the old movement, obviously, which is to be expected. We'll look at a bit of rotation there in the backswing in a second now, but just getting that setup is going to be the key thing to help you rotate and then through to target. Nice sort of full follow through. And generally your swing is good. There's a good movement in there. We're just trying to, I guess, tighten a few nuts and bolts and tweak things a little bit along the way. It's not reinventing your golf swing. Your golf swing's decent. It's just making it so that you can swing as efficiently as possible. And unfortunately, from that position, you can't. Okay? So we'll look at a little bit more now as a practice drill you can work at. Okay? Because you've been used to flexing the knees, your ability to rotate was gone. So it's going to be making some swings there where you kind of set up, maybe club across your chest there in terms of sort of shoulder position. And what you're going to do is put a stick on the inside here of your right foot, and I'll draw this on the video in a second, and just practice turning, okay, to get your stick over the one that's on the floor, yeah? What you would do from here would be like, wouldn't get anywhere near it, yeah? So we're trying to create that rotation, which in turn is going to help you move your body better. So stick on the inside there, club across your shoulders. You're then going to rotate, so the stick across your shoulders would match up with the one on the ground. Okay, so if you get
it or parallel
on top of it, yeah, as close to parallel as you can. I don't know if you'll get there fully to start with. We'll see. But in terms of movement, getting that rotation as best you can. Okay, so you get your stuff set up there, and we'll look at that from here on now. Okay.